Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Guru Paramparaya Namaha. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. 109. Sannapya sannapyubhayatmikano bhinnapya bhinnapyubhayatmikano Sangapyananga yubhayatmikanaha Mahadbhuta nirvachaniya rupa. In last class, we have noticed several things and we have studied very interesting thing about Maya. That Maya or Avidya, it is not Sat Swarupa. Sat cannot be. Trikale Tishtati iti Sat. So, how that Maya can be Sat? Because that the whole expressed world has no value in dream. Even the dream world is also dropped down in deep sleep. So only one state it remains. So we can't say it Sat Sarupa. Then another thing, very good point, it has been that what happens that avidya or Maya, that whenever there is Brahmajnanam, that Maya gets destroyed. For the Brahmajnana, Jagat remains same, but Maya doesn't. Why? The Maya Karya is not only the Jagat. Avidya has two power, Avarana and Vikshepa. When a Brahmajnani acquires and gets established in Brahmajnanam, then there is no Avarana or Vikshep Shakti for the realized person. So Jagat remains same, but it has no effect. So we can't say Maya as Sat Swarupa. Clear? So this is the logic. Again, Maya, you can't say that it is Asat or Mithya, because we see the Maya Karya or the effect of Maya. The whole expressed world, the whole expressed universe is nothing but the Maya Karya, the effect of Maya, the Srishti of Maya. And na sato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate satah. From सद वस्तु से असत नहीं पैदा हो सकता है और असत से सत नहीं पैदा हो सकता है. So how you can tell that Maya is not there and there is effect? So it's in such a state you can't say that Maya is Sat Swarupa and you can't say Maya is Asat Swarupa. And you can't say it is the mixture of Sat and Asat, because two contradictory, absolutely contradictory things can't coexist. Darkness and light can't coexist together. Clear? Now, माया भिन्ना विभिन्ना उभयात्मिका नो. सो माया परमात्मा से अलग है, ये तो हो नहीं सकता. Why? The first logic is there is only one thing, that is Brahman. Except Brahman, there is nothing. So if we accept that this is abhinna from Paramatma, then we are, means Paramatma se bhinna, matlab we are accepting the duality. Clear? ডুয়ালিটি না স্বীকার করলে কি করে বলবো যে ভিন্ন পরমাত্মার থেকে? ভিন্ন মানেই তো তার অস্তিত্ব আছে. ইফ আই সে দ্যাট ইট ইজ ভিন্ন, it means there is some different second existence, but it's not. Clear? And we can say that माया ब्रह्म के साथ अभिन्न, ये भी कुछ बोल नहीं सकते, बिकॉज Brahman is nirvikara, Maya is savikara. So we can't say that Maya is abhinna with Brahman. We can't say it. We can't say it bhinna, because if I say bhinna means I am accepting duality. If I say abhinna means how that contradictory thing can be, because Brahman is nirvikara, vikara rahita, but Maya is the vikara only. The whole universe, expressed universe, is the vicarium of Maya. And two self-contradictory thing you can't express, that ubhayatmikano. Now, sangapi nanga means you can't say that Maya has limb. Because we can't see Maya. When it has no form, then how can we claim that it is with limb? And we can't discard that it has the statement that it has no limb, because the Maya Karyam, everything has limb. Then again that logical fallacy will be there, that how nasato vidyate bhava, if you put the same logic over here, which has no limb, how it can produce millions, billions, trillions of things with limbs? And ubhayatmikana, api ubhayatmikana means the contradictory thing will not be there. Then it is how? Na Maya is Ascharya Rupa, Anirvachaniya, it is beyond speech and mind. And Ati Ascharya Rupa. Clear? Now, how to do nivritti of Maya, discarding of Maya? Shuddhadvaya Brahma Vibodhanasya Sarpa Brahmo Rajju Vivekato Yatha Shuddhadvaya Brahma Vibodhanasya Sarpa Brahmo Rajju Vivekato Yatha Rajas Tamas Sattvamiti Prasiddha Gunastadiya Prathite Svakarye. Shuddha Shuddhadvaya Brahma Vibodhanasya Sarpa Brahmo Rajju Vivekato Yatha Rajastamasattvamiti Prasiddha Gunastadiya Prathitai Svakaryai. This Maya is Shuddha Advaya Brahma Vibodha Nasya. Vibodha. See, Bodha means correct understanding, right understanding. Vibodha means Vishesha Rupena Bodha. It's, like Shuddha Brahma Parat Pararam. So Brahman is ever pure. How we can say Shuddha Brahman? Shuddha Chaitanya, pure consciousness. Are consciousness alone is pure, but to emphasize is purity, to make us understand the dignity and the deepest thing. This means that pure, another pure is uh, implied over here to indicate the unfathomability of the purity. So likewise, Shuddha Advaya Brahma Vibodhanasya. If you are having the knowledge of Brahman, which Brahman? Which is pure Brahman and which is non-dual Brahman. তার মানে শুদ্ধ এবং নন-ডুয়াল ব্রহ্মের জ্ঞান হলে মায়া নাশ হয়ে যায়. How Maya gets destroyed? By the knowledge. You are hungry. What is the solution? If I take you to movie, your hunger will not be fulfilled. You are terribly hungry and I am purchasing clothes for you. It will not quench your hunger. You need food. Even just think, if anyone is verily thirsty, if you give them a different thing also for drinking, at last that person wants that, can you give me some pure normal water? So something is there which can be quenched by something else. Now the thing is, where darkness is the problem, then light is the solution, not the food. And when ignorance is the problem, knowledge is the only solution. So Maya is avidya, means ignorance, means ajnanam. Because of ajnanam, all such problems. So if there is jnanam of what? Jnanam of Brahman, jnanam of the intrinsic nature of the substance of this universe and the intrinsic nature of it, then everything will be falsified in front of you. Clear? So who is having the knowledge of the curtain, he verily knows that it's a projected movie. But who the first time in his life went to a movie hall and reached into the hall lately, he is not having the knowledge of the cartoon behind it. The movie may affect or must affect that child, because the matured person can understand that this much of big person cannot be like that. But the child, for them, everything is, alive, everything is real. Tom is real, Jerry is real, Donald Duck is real for them. That's why cartoon is so popular amongst the children, though cartoon is popular for the adult. Because I love to watch cartoon. I love it very much. So, but some special kind of like Tom and Jerry, Donald Duck, like that. So, so they consider it. That's why child means who is not matured enough in spiritual life also, who are not matured enough. Who are they? Like us, for whom the whole world is real. They think that this much of thing is the cause of their happiness. People will get to taste something small or something else, how far they travel only to eat these things. Why? Because they believe that it will give them sukham, isn't it? And Shara Prithivi, the whole world is busy. The fishermen, how they do fishing, have you seen? Why? The people will enjoy, because they think, who enjoy, they think that this fish, hilsa fish or like that, they will give them pleasure. And the fishermen is going to so far and they are losing their lives. All are mayakari. And people are going to market, and some people so much fascinating about the eating. Only for eating people travel so much, that in this place that is famous. I asked someone else, why do you go uh, Varanasi so frequently? They told Swamiji, the Thandai of Varanasi is wonderful. अरे भाई विश्वनाथ के बारे में बोलो. Really speaking, Maya Karyam. So Shuddha Advaya Brahma Virodha Maya and Maya Karya Nasya. Yatha Rajju Vivekataha Sarpa Brahmaha Nashtati Annashtam Bhavati. It is not there, I am just adding. If anyone is having the knowledge of Rajju, he will never be afraid the rope as snake. Maybe he can see it as snake, but the reality of snake is not there. Even who is having, suppose, leave about Rajju Swarpa. The toy is available exactly same as real snake. But the seller of that snake, he knows that they are only the artificial snake. So he keep it like this, here, some pocket, no problem, because they are toys only. Their reality has been falsified to him. Likewise, who has known the intrinsic nature of Maya and intrinsic nature of Brahman? Because if you know the intrinsic nature of or the reality of Brahman, then Maya, what it is, they can understand. And whenever you will know Maya, the Maya will be falsified. Just remember about the story I told regarding Maya, that the invitation or the marriage party, someone directly enters without getting the invitation, and it is his habit to go and have the buffet in all the parties. And whenever people started discussing about him, he's then and there he gets disappeared. That is the character of Maya. Clear? Swakaryaihi prathitaihi rajaha tamaha sattvam iti prasiddhaha tadiyaha gunaha. So, Maya is Trigunatmika, not Brahman, because the Maya's material is three. So there will be Trigunatmika. Clear? So Sattva, Raja, and Tama. How now we can get it through the effect of Maya? But something else is, you know, some effects are Sattva Pradhana, some effects are Raja Pradhana, some effects are Tama Pradhana. So the rishis conclude that Maya is Trigunatmika. Clear? We will read what Gurudev has written. It means Maya is neither extent nor, it means Maya is neither existent nor non-existent, nor both, neither same nor different, nor both, neither made up of parts, nor whole, nor both. Most wonderful it is, and beyond description in words. And by realization of the pure non-dual Brahman, Maya can be destroyed, just as the illusion of the snake is removed by the discriminative knowledge of the rope. Its gunas are rajas, tamas, and sattva, distinguished by their respective functions. Clear? Then Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji is discussing about the nature and effects of Rajaguna. Clear? Vikshepa Shakti Rajasa Kriyatmika. Just a minute. Vikshepa Shakti Rajasa Kriyatmika Yataf Pravritti Prasita Purani Yata Pravritti Prasrita Purani Ragadayosya Prabhavanti Nityam Ragadayosya Prabhavanti Nityam Dukhadayo ye Manaso Vikaraha. Vikshepa Shakti Rajasa Kriyatmika Yatha Pravritti Prasrita Purani Ragadayosya Prabhavanti nityam dukhadayo ye manaso vikaraha rajasaha panchami vibhakti. From Rajaguna, Kriyatmika Vikshepa Shakti hi Bhavati or Utpaddate. That Kriyashil, active Vikshepa Shakti is arised. What Gurudev is writing, Raja has projecting power, which is Vikshepa Shakti. What is projection? You know very well. Purani pravritti prasrita, and from that vikshepa shakti, yataha means from that vikshepa shakti, purani pravritti prasrita. Purani means pura api nava iva iti purana. Here purani means when it has been created, nobody knows. But every time it looks as fresh. Underground water is there for millions of years. Yet we ask the water is fresh or not. Packaged milk, we see when it's expiry date. And when I saw that it has been packaged yesterday, and we asked the seller, টাটকা হবে তো ভাই, অসুবিধ দুধ কেটে যাবে না তো? So, you know, purani pravrittihi prasita. Chira purani means the pravritti it is having still now. Pravrittihi means vishaya pravritti. Prasrita. Prasrita means it has been expanded. Clear? It has been present perfect tense means in the past it has been started and still it is going on. So the effect is there when it is, what is the definition of present perfect tense? That it has been ended but the effect is there. It has been ended but the effect is there. So Maya karya kab shuru hua, kab khatam hua, lekin effect is there. Prasrita. Then ragadayah, dukkadayah, ye manasah vikarah. Te nityam asyaha prabhavanti. So what is Maya karyam? Extremely passionate for the objects. Vishaya Shakti. Rag means anurag. Then from anurag, if you are having, what will happen? Dukkhadaya. All the attachment leads to sorrow. So it is also the same thing. Ragadaya, dukkhadaya, ye manasah vikaraha. All that dukkham, it's the vikara Modification of mind only. What about we call sadness, sorrow? It's nothing but the modification of mind alone. Now, te nityam asyaha prabhavanti. How that modification of mind happens? Because it is prabhavanti, it has been born, it has the utpatti from asyaha. Asya means from that vikshepa shakti, projecting power, it has come. Clear? So what Gurudev is writing, we will see. Desire, anger, greed, no, vikshepa shakti. Rajas has projecting power or vikshepa shakti. Activity is its very nature. From it, the initial flow of activity has originated. From it, mental modifications such as attachment and grief are also continuously produced. May I read again? Rajas has projecting power. Activity is its very nature. From it, the initial flow of activity has originated. From it, mental modifications such as attachment and grief are also continuously produced. So attachment and grief, they are always together. Always together. Whenever you are attached in anything else, if you are attached with a person whom you consider that the leather bag is real, you must know that you are kept, you have kept the sorrow or the grief in other hand. Clear? Because you have to hold the hand or you have to catch hold anything else, what you like. What you like, what is real that you like to hold on. So in another hand, you unnoticedly hold on the grief, because attachment and grief are like the two sides of a coin. Clear? Yes. Now, $112. Kama krodha lobha dambhadya suya ahankarer shamatsaraadyastu ghoraha dharma ete rajasah pumpravrittihi yasmadesha tad rajo bandha hetuhu. Kama क्रोध लोभ दम्भाद्यसूयाहङ्कारेर्ष्यामत्सराद्यास्तु घोराः धर्मा एते राजसाः प्रवृत्तिर्यस्मादेषा तद् रजो बन्ध हेतुः। काम, desire; krodha, anger; lobha, greed; dambha, that self pride or the proudness, egotism. Then asuya means envy, and so on. Kama, krodha, asuya, ahankara, dambha. And that matsarya is the most dangerous thing amongst the 6 enemies. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada and matsarya. That jealousy for others, that enforces us for committing more and more nuisance. পাশের বাড়ির লোকটার এটা হয়ে গেছে, আমাদের হয়নি। ও এটা পেয়ে গেছে, আমি কেন পাবো না? সাংঘাতিক লোভ বাড়ে বয়সকালে পর্যন্ত। আমি দেখেছি, প্রত্যেক বাড়ি দেখতে পাবেন, ধরুন বয়স্ক মানুষ, তার অনেক রেস্ট্রিকশন, ফুড রেস্ট্রিকশন। অন্য বয়স্ক মানুষ হয়তো তার চেয়ে সুস্থ বা একটু কম বয়স, তারা এটা খাচ্ছে, আমি কেন খাবো না? They forget the reality of their age. I have seen many times. This is another source of jealousy. He is getting, why should I miss it? They eat it. And the result, because liver has no ego. It has only function or malfunction. So you think whether any of you is having it or not, then we have to discard it. Kama, krodha, lobha, dambha, adi, asuya, ahankara, irshya, matsaradhyaha tu ete. How it is? They are ghoraha. They are dangerous. And don't feel that it is there for their food. Maybe for the acquiring or eating food is in the expressed form of his or her extreme jealousy and desire, because jealousy leads him to desire, not desire leads him to jealousy. That person have the same problem in everything, in clothes, in place, in person. ও তো এত ভালো নয়, তবু ও অমুক মানুষটার প্রিয়। আমি এত কিছু করেছি, আমি কেন প্রিয় হব না? আপনারা দেখবেন সমাজ জীবনে Mr. or Mrs. X has gone there, আমরা এখনো কেন যেতে পারি? পৃথিবীর সব ধন যে একবার আমি করে নিতে পারি তা নয়, সেটা জানি, কিন্তু আমার পড়শি যেন আমার চেয়ে আগে না বেরিয়ে যায়। If my neighbor is, in higher standard in me, in place, in living standard of living, in food and anything else, even son-in-law, ওর জামাই এটা হলে আমার জামাই এটা হতে হবে। Really speaking, you know that. I think you are one of that, one with me. So kamaha, krodha, lobha, dambhadi, suya, dambhadi, asuya, ahankare, irsha, matsaradhyaha, ghoraha. Ghoraha means they are the cause of Chakravat Parivartate. Again and again and again and again come back and suffering. Really, are you not afraid that if I am or you are to take another birth, seeing the horribility of the society, whenever you open up the newspaper, you see the corruption, 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 corruption. Very less number of people are getting justice. So in that world of injustice, again, do you really want to take birth? If you, then really you are not the fit candidate for Vedanta yet. Because all of Vedanta is only one lakshya. Mukti, 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 mukti. Liberation, 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 and liberation. Then, yasmad esha pung pravrittihi prasita. Yasmat means from that Rajaguna, Esha. Esha means Kama Krodhadi. All those negativity. Pung pravritti hi. पुरुष का जो प्रवृत्ति है, पुरुष मतलब पुरुष মানুষের নয়, नवद्वारे पुरे देहि, that पुरुषः जीव. क्लियर? जीव का जितना भी प्रवृत्ति, ये सारे रजोगुण से पैदा होता है. तत् रजः बंध हेतुः. Tat means that thou art Tattvamasi. So here also Tat means that. That means which that? That Rajogun is the source of all the negativities which are the cause of my dukkha. That Rajoguna is the cause of my bondage. Clear? Let's see what Gurudev is writing. Desire, anger, greed, hypocrisy, arrogance, jealousy, egoism, envy, and so on. These are the dreadful attributes of Rajas, from which the worldly tendencies of man are produced. Rajas is therefore the cause for bondage in life. Clear? We will stop over here, because after that Tamaguna and its nature and effects are getting started. So next class we will discuss that. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Harihi Om.